Yeah, there's a lot of you don't know about the fantasy headlines. Nation. Headline Nation. Fantasy headlines for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain, all the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? It's a holiday weekend. We're kicking back. We're relaxing. Having a good time. Hopefully you're having a good weekend so far. With the holiday right around the corner. Happy 4th of July to everyone out. What the hell am I on the side for? Let me change this real quick. Can we go back? Can we go to the front view here for me, please? There we go. Much better. How we doing? I mean, listen, I want to say a few things here at the start, and then we're just going to sit back and hang as a community for an hour, 2 hours, whatever. We'll see what's going on today. We're going to talk some football, let's talk some life, whatever you want to talk about. Before we do, though, the draft guide just dropped on July 1st, and hopefully y'all enjoying some massive fire content out there. But we get a lot of questions from a lot of people like, hey, I haven't gotten my draft guide yet. You got to check your emails. If you ordered a draft guide, all orders have been shipped out. You need to make sure you're checking your email. If you don't see it in your inbox, check your spam or junk folder. Different email providers send it different places, and they make it a big headache. So make sure you're checking those folders because there's some instructions in there with a PDF, and you got to click one link. It's one step. You click one link, and you're good to go. So hopefully you're out there enjoying that. We do have a little bit of a sale. Who likes sales? By a show of a hand emoji. If you like things that are cheaper, show me a hand emoji out there because it's the 4th of July. A lot of people are going to be setting off some fireworks. Hopefully you're being safe with those fireworks. So if you use code word fireworks for the draft guide, we'll give you 10% off, but it's only good until 11:59 p.m. on July 4th. So go get your discounted draft guide right now. Link down below in the description. Man, is anybody else just hot? Like, here in North Carolina, I can't complain about summers coming from Arizona. It's a lot hotter in Arizona for a lot longer period, but man, for some reason, I am just sweating. You don't care about that, I know, but it's hot outside. It's humid, it's hot. Are y'all agreeing? My grass is totally dead. That pisses me off. Just, old man venting right there. Well, okay, Tim. It is 68 degrees inside. I think I just set my thermostat to 67 before going live, just in case. But yeah, 100%. It's a dry heat. No, Land Destroy, it's a hot heat is what it is. I always tell people when they say, what's it like living in Arizona? I said, have you ever cooked a casserole in the oven? And after it's been baking for 30 minutes at 350, you open that door and you get that, like in your face, like bam! Like that's what it feels like living in Arizona almost 9 months of the year, right? What do we want to talk about today? Loving the draft guide. Awesome. Appreciate it. A lot of work goes into that draft guide, and it's going to continue to be updated here until week 1 of the season. So if you've already ordered it, we're just going to continue updating it as things change. So make sure, most importantly, go get yourself a draft guide. Not only does it give you a heads up on your competition, but it helps support your boys over here. Right? We had YouTube demonetize one of my videos because I I used a clip from Impractical Jokers in one of my openings like a week ago. Pissed me off. Pissed me off. Humid heat is worse, Joseph. I mean, it's like immediate sweat, right? That's what I know. It's just like, in Arizona, your sweat dries as you're sweating, so you don't always notice it. The humid sweat is just like, it's everywhere. Like, your butt crack's got a wet line. I mean, I know. Trust me. Will your balls thank you if you buy Manscaped? They'll only thank you if you use code word headliner, so you get 20% off and free shipping. If you don't do that, you're wasting extra money that you don't need to, and then your balls are going to be pissed. You want a draft guide sneak peek? I could open up the draft guide and let you see it. I can't open up all the information, but I can kind of show you the homepage and stuff if there's people out there that kind of want to see it. Phoenix is worse than Tucson? More to do in Phoenix. By dry, he means that it immediately sizzles off of you, basically. Took Kyle golfing when he was in Arizona with me like a month ago. By about hole 7, I thought he was going to pass out. All right, let me pull this up here. Doc in the chat, though. Everybody throw a Doc emoji. All the members out there that got the Doc emoji, drop some Doc emojis here for 4th of July weekend. Humidity here in Hawaii sucks. I mean, come on, though. You're living in Hawaii. Come on. Hawaii? I mean, I get it. Probably humid. But, dude, you're in Hawaii. It can't suck too bad, right? It can't suck too bad. Let's see here. Go back over here so I can read the chat a little bit better so it doesn't look like I'm looking in the wrong direction the entire time. Look at all the Doc emojis. Howard G says he's hot in Indy. Kyle isn't exactly a desert person. That's facts. That's facts. That's for sure. He was not expecting what we got a taste of, and it wasn't even hot yet. It was what, May, June, end of May, beginning of June when we were there, and it was still hot. Let's see. Paul Cunningham. I put the live stream on, but mainly watching the cricket at the minute. Only 5. You're watching cricket? First off, where do you live? Paul, where are you at? Do they even televise cricket anywhere? I don't know if I've ever seen cricket on TV other than, like, highlights. Not that I would normally watch cricket, but still. Sap, you're trying to move from Hawaii? I'll switch you. You want to move? You want to swap Hawaii for North Carolina? Is Joe Burrow the face of the NFL, Jay Lee? I don't think so yet, but he's getting pretty damn close. It depends how many more UFC events we have. Every UFC event that we have, Joe Burrow just out there looking like 100% full-on swag and getting more and more fans by like the minute. He's not there yet, but he's well on his way to being there. I think it still has to be Tom Brady because he's still there. Look at Kyle. Kyle in the chat, and it's making me approve his comments. If you become a member in the next 10 minutes by 4:30, I'll pick one person to get their first month free, and I'll PayPal or Venmo you the payment. Oh, look at Kyle. Kyle out there saying if you sign up to become a member in the next 10 minutes, he'll pick one random person, and he'll reimburse you what you paid for through PayPal. Or Kyle out there, I'm glad I saw your hidden comment there, Kyle. Brian AJC with his 3-dot comment. Brian, I know you're not going to... Can you answer in dots, Brian? How many videos in a row have you left just 3 dots? Can you just leave us a bunch of dots? Have you been keeping track? Because it's like a bajillion. Tailgate show tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. That's why I'm here today. Talking with y'all today. Because tomorrow... I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time with the family. I would love for this to be some type of adult beverage, but I got to record like a mofo after this. I got to record tomorrow's video. I got to record Tuesday's video. I got to edit my wife and daughter's video for their channel. I got crap to do, so I'm just drinking blue Powerade. Dan Chunko says he's going to be in Canton. Dan, you gonna come see us in Ohio in August? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Looking forward to hanging out with everybody in Canton, Ohio, the weekend of August 15th, which will also be my birthday. That's right. Every year, the Fantasy Football Expo just happens to be on my birthday that weekend. Sonny Helms. I love it here in Prescott. I've been to Prescott a bajillion times as well. Love me some Prescott. James Herr. Why people so high on CMC? No running back in NFL history has come back to form after missing back-to-back 10-plus games. You know what that means? It means it's due. It's due to happen, right? I'm not going to say that I overly love Christian McCaffrey, but we got to admit the guy hasn't had any major injuries, and when he's on the field, he's scoring like 25 fantasy points a week. So I understand why people still want to take that risk, but it is a risk. The rule that I always follow when I'm drafting is one risk every 4 rounds. So at the most, by the end of the draft, maybe I have 3 risky players on my roster. I don't want to front load it or back load with too much risk because then it kind of hurts the overall team. So if I take Christian McCaffrey in the first, you better believe my next 3 picks are going to be damn safe. It's good to be 21. I wish I was 21. Sapper, I'm about to be 41. I'll be 41 in Ohio when we're there that weekend. I am a Leo. That is correct. Where do you guys live? I'm in North Carolina. Kyle's in Indiana. Hold on, let me get you his address here. I'm just kidding. The Doc's in Illinois. We're spread around. Where is Tater? Dude, Tater's probably passed out drunk by a pool, humping a pool noodle right now. Not even joking. That is probably facts. Maybe he'll be in the chat. I told him I was going live. Whether he remembers or not, I don't know. I love AJ Dillon. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. Awesome. I've been to Louisville before. AJ Dillon. I kind of love too. I think I love Aaron Jones a little bit more. Kyle's kind of upset that no one wants to take him up on his membership offer. He said he'd pay for a random person's membership if they sign up to become a member by the next 5 minutes. A big year for Saquon, Fridge? Tell me why. Fridge, tell me down below, here in the chat. I feel like I would rather take a risk on CMC more so than Saquon. And I can't really give you a legit reason why, other than I can't stand Daniel Jones. Defenses aren't going to respect him. And it just seems like even when Saquon has played the last couple years in games that he played, he just didn't have that explosiveness. He wasn't elusive anymore. So I'm kind of trying to figure that one out. Let me know down below why you're still in on him. Do the Giants pump up their O-line? Not really. I mean, here's the thing. It all comes down to quarterback play for the most part here, right? If Daniel Jones can't put the fear of God into defenders enough to make them unstack the boxes, because we know they have pass-catching weapons on the outside, but they know that Daniel Jones can't get it down there consistently, so they're just front-loading the boxes, and that's just what's killing Saquon. OMG. Kyle. Brian.AJC, Mr. ... himself, has become a member of Holding Chubb. That right there. I don't know if you left dots. I've been trying to look for you, Brian, because I was curious if you kept track of it, because there's been a whole lot of ... dots. I'm just waiting for the time for him to leave an actual message. Wendy's McNuggets! What is going on? Says, it's been a minute. I'm noticing a few more gray hairs than usual. Dude, I spent time with Kyle this offseason. What do you expect? I mean, look at this. He came to my house. He came to Arizona with... I mean, that's what's going to happen here. You spend a lot of extra time with that guy. Kalafa. Been a member for 14 months. Can we get a round of applause for Kalafa in the chat, please? Round of applause. 14 months. Says, what's up, Jake? Love the draft guide. You guys have outdone yourselves once again. Bravo, Kalafa. My friend, I appreciate you. Very much so. Need a Brian emoji? Dude, should we totally get Brian his own emoji? And all it is an emoji with 3 dots. I'm gonna message Taylor right now. Be like, dude, maybe we can. That would be awesome. There it is, Brian. ... But now your name's highlighted in green and you have a logo next to it, so the ... are way cooler, Brian. The curse of the red headband. I've drafted Saquon at the 3-3 a week ago. That's not bad, Swaggy. I understand. Trust me, honestly, full disclosure, I'm right there with Zeke, too. I don't mind taking Zeke in the third round. I know Zeke isn't what he used to be. Trust me, I get it. But in the third round, the guy still finished top 10 last year. It's not like he's just like totally fallen off a cliff. You know what, though? I forgot something. I got to announce a couple winners. I was going to do this at the start, and you all sidetracked me. I'm blaming you guys. We have an autographed full-size Debo helmet that I need to announce the winner on because it was for June pre-orders for the draft guide. I've already reached out to the winner. They already responded back to me in like a half a second. Fastest email response ever. So let me put it up here on the screen before I forget. Here we go. The winner of the signed Debo Samuel helmet. Now, in order to win this, you should have had to order your draft guide up until the end of June. So this is pre-orders. So the winner of this item is Michael Callahan. Isn't that helmet sick? That helmet is nasty. Debo Samuel signed helmet there. Going to be going to Michael Callahan. And if you haven't seen it in person yet, this was it. This was it right here. Even signed in gold pen. This thing was hot. This was our June giveaway for pre-ordering draft guides. Did you all watch Kyle's video the other day when he announced what the July item is going to be? Does anybody know? The first person to tell me the item that we're giving away for July pre-ordered draft guides, not pre-ordered, I guess ordered draft guides in the month of July, will get a free draft guide. I don't care about just the player. I want to know the exact item. The exact item. Specifically. Some of you are on it. But what kind of it? What kind of hell are we talking about? Okay, come on. I need specifics. I need specifics. There's something specific about this item. Oh, there we go. Brad Booth. I'm pretty sure you already have a draft guide. Don't you, Brad? Brad is right. Brad already has one. I want to know why Kyle's messages are... Maybe I should make Kyle a moderator. Should I do that? I don't know. Brad, I'm pretty sure you got a draft guide already. If you did, I'm pretty sure you did. But if you haven't, for whatever reason, I'll get you one. If you have, though, I'll reimburse you for yours, Brad, because you got it right. But I'm also going to give one to Kevin Isler. Is it Isler? Eisler? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. It's a throwback Aaron Jones helmet. A throwback helmet signed by Aaron Jones. And Kevin Isler, he was the first one to say the throwback after Brad, because Brad, I think, already has it. Either way, there's 2 draft guides going right there if you haven't. So make sure you email me info@thefantasyheadliners.com. Who wants to see that helmet, though? Right here. Throwback Packers. And I don't know if you can tell or not. It's got like this gold... I'm over here. This gold shimmer to it. And that is sick. Signed Aaron Jones. Full-size throwback helmet. That's to somebody who orders their draft guide through the month of July. Eisler. Got you, Kevin. Eisler. Send me that email, my friend. Brad, you too, because I'm going to need a reminder. I'll forget. Oh, man, I'm still hot in here. You sip on my palm tree. John Jacobs. It does kind of look like mustard, but Green Bay Packers. You don't have to be a fan of the Packers. You're a fan of some people's mind on Aaron Jones. I was going to actually... All right, here's what's going on here. Behind the scenes, cut. Here we go, behind the scenes. Who got the Debo helmet? It was Michael Callahan is his name. We just announced it right here. I'll transition back to it. Michael Callahan is who got this one. I was supposed to drop what is typically our biggest video of the year today. I was going to drop must-have running backs. First edition must-have running backs for 2022. I went through and created like 32 graphics, have movie clips, have all kinds of a big-time giveaway to include, all kinds of things. And it's the holiday weekend, and views are just a little bit lower because people are doing things. And I'm like, man, I don't want to drop this video and have it get like no views to start with. And I invested a lot of time and didn't let anybody really see it. So I'm live today. That video will be on Tuesday. That video last year got 3,800 likes on it. I'm going to try to get 4,000 this year. Can we? I don't know if we can do that one. All right. Land Destroy says on ESPN I can get Chubb in the third round. People still disrespect Nick Chubb. Dude is one of the safest fantasy football picks there is, and I've said it every single year. All right. Taylor says he's going to get, okay, I'll get your dots for the next stream. The Brian dots. Scott Tyler says, Jake, I said throwback first. No, you really didn't. Because on my list, you didn't come up first, Scott. I'm sorry. It's just how it came through my chat. And then he says he's out. Okay? Peace. Peace be the journey. Cool runnings. 79 in here, but it's a dry cool. You have your thermostat set at 79? That's pretty hot. I don't know if I would probably die. I'd be walking around my house with ball sweat. Not good. Jacoby Brissett, QB8, end of season, book it. Okay, John. John is my boy right there. I mean, John gets a lot of credit. He's got a lot of clout here in this community. He out there, dude, John out there on other YouTube channels promoting us, and I love that. Trust me, that gives me some goosebumps right there. And quarterback 8's that's a little stiff. I'm going to need something a little bit stronger to go with that. But I'm also of the same mind that I don't think I hate Jacoby Brissett as much as a lot of people do. I don't think he gets enough respect. Is it insane to take Henry over JT, Captain Spock? Insane? No. Recommended? Something I would do? Probably not. But I don't hate it. I mean, the guy's going to get a ton of volume once again. Lone Boner, Matt Galloway in the house, throwing out the single wing. Did anybody see Mac's short the other day? Mac posted a short on the channel, almost got run over by a train. Make sure you go give it a like. Dude sacrificing his life out there for y'all. Fam first, quick question. Why are people sleeping on James Conner? I don't know. I mean, I did have to drop James Conner down a little bit once they signed Darrell Williams because I like Darrell Williams. But I still think James Conner, especially the first 6 weeks of the season, going to be relied upon heavily. He's still being very much disrespected. Who do you trust more this fantasy season, A.J. Brown or Scary Terry? Currently have them both on my keeper squad. Give me Scary Terry for the simple fact that the Philadelphia Eagles threw the ball less than any other team in the NFL last year. They didn't lose any pass-catching weapons and then gained A.J. Brown. So if they're already not throwing a lot, there's already not a ton to go around. You add an alpha like that, it just means they're going to be split more. You know, between Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor still in the mix. Probably shouldn't get a lot. Dallas go dare because I got a palm tree drink and I'm feeling so fancy right now. So I'd rather take my risk with Scary Terry. That's right, Mac. Mac out there risking himself. Where do you see Jimmy and Baker going? I mean, both of their franchises are really working this fairly well, right? Maybe not as much in Cleveland because the bridge has been burned, right? But they went and got Deshaun Watson. realizing he was probably going to miss time, kept Baker Mayfield in case that were to happen. Things went south with Baker, so they signed Jacoby Brissett. Okay. For Jimmy G, they're like, listen, supply and demand, right? Right now, can't get a whole lot for him, but I can hold on to him for the next 2 months, and if a contending team out there loses its starting quarterback, now all of a sudden I have a high-end commodity I can go get more for, and then I can still start Trey Lance. So San Francisco's kind of just like waiting to see, letting the cards fall over the next few weeks to see if anybody gets hurt, and then they can get more for Jimmy G. Because I got to believe it's Trey Lance going forward. And Jimmy G does not stink. Jimmy G is just a game manager that can win ball games. Like, he's just, there's nothing flashy about him. Would you rather keep Fournette, Connor, or Debo in the 7th? Whoa. Well, I'm curious what the rounds would be for Fournette or Connor. You know, are they late as well? Because I always look at it this way. When we're looking at keepers, a lot of people have questions about keepers. And if you don't keep a running back, you have to think, at least me, I have to think that a lot of other teams are going to be keeping all of their high-end running backs. So if you don't keep your high-end running back and everybody else does, when you get to the draft, you're going to have less high-end running backs to choose from. So I'm always of the mind to try to keep one of my high-end running backs because everybody else is going to keep theirs. Kyle became a member himself just so he could gift himself a membership. Kyle, can people gift memberships yet? I know that was coming to YouTube and a lot of people were asking, but can we gift memberships? I don't know if we're able to do that. Let's see. Jimmy G is not it. Okay, I'm not saying he is it. I'm just saying he doesn't suck. Like, he's not horrible. There's other quarterbacks that are worse. Oh, Brad must have guilted Kyle. Is that what it is? Brad, are you out there guilting people to become members? You are, aren't you? What else do we got in here? Could we Venmo you? Then you gift a guide? So Jeremy, you want to... honestly, I'll be completely honest. I don't have a Venmo for the channel. I have a PayPal. And that's it. Now, only other way to do it is you could go on the website and buy another one, and then we could just give one away for you. You could do that, if that's what you're talking about. If that's what you were even asking. Tony Smith, much appreciated for my draft guide. Definitely going to win it again this year. You better believe it. Kyle, could we Venmo you? Kyle does from the breaks. Yeah, you Venmo Kyle. Kyle's just going to keep it for himself. Kyle pocket that bad boy and go buy a pack of cards with it. I know, or a headband. Or a calf muscle band. Peasy, better wide receiver 1, Hill or Keenan Allen? Personally, I feel safer with Keenan Allen. I doesn't mean I don't like Tyreek Hill, but I think as a wide receiver 1 at that point, that means that I've already gone heavy running back. So I'm probably going to go with Keenan Allen, even though I do think that Tyreek Hill has some big time games. I don't know, it was a few days ago. I sat upstairs and I watched film. Technically, I watched Kurt Warner break down game film on Tyreek Hill and the situation in Miami. I left that after sitting in my comfy reclined massage chair, absolutely loving Jalen Waddle even more. And I just think Tyreek Hill is going to open up so much for Jalen Waddle that he could absolutely feast underneath, because he's not going to get anything near the defensive coverage that we had initially expected him to get going into this year before Tyreek. So I love me some Jalen Waddle. I'm not going to overly reach for him. I don't know if I want him to be my number 1 either, because there is some of that risk there. It just depends how the other picks go. Allen is like Chubb, right? He's safe. Like, you know what to expect from Keenan Allen. You're not going to go get 1,800 yards and a Triple Crown winner like Kupp. you're not going to go get 700 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, you kind of know he's going to fall in that range of 1,200 yards and a handful of touchdowns every single year. We got somebody in Germany. Silva Bach. I'm horrible with names. Not as bad as Kyle, but I'm still horrible. Kyle out there again, now that he's highlighted in green. If you buy your draft guide before the end of the live stream, send us an email and let us know, and I'll pick one person to get it for free. I can do that, Kyle, because I'll get a list of the orders. So you get it too. You have access to our email. Munich, Germany in the house. Does the draft guide get updated? Yes, James. All the way up until week 1 of the season. I'm hoping for Mixon and Jones at the 12-1 turn. So the last pick of the first pick of the second. Dude, if you can land Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones right there, I mean, you know what I mean? Totally pumped up about it. Thoughts on the Bills' backfield? Singletary is my RB3. I don't mind it, right? Hopefully it never gets to a point where you really have to use him, though, because I think the thing with Devin Singletary is it's going to be very up and down, hit or miss. It's not going to be consistent because James Cook's still going to be, pretty well in the mix there. So not somebody who's going to be a consistent guy that hopefully you have to rely upon. So hopefully he can just kind of stay on your bench and maybe like a bye week fill and injury replacement at best. Headliners are worldwide, baby. Dude, I don't know if Kyle's still out there. I don't remember. Yeah, Taylor out there telling everybody to use the code fireworks again. I told everybody about the code word fireworks earlier, Taylor, but Kyle is not mentioning it. It's 10% off your draft guide before 11:59 p.m. on the 4th using code fireworks. I agree, Nate. Mixon shouldn't be available at that point. But there are a lot of stupid people out there. There's a lot of stupid people out there. We get some comments every day from some people that I don't even know how they put their shoes on. They got to be slip-ons. I mean, there's some people out there that I'm just worried. Kyle out there fighting for his life. You love Kadarius Anima? Who's that? J-Rob still the RB1 in Jacksonville? No. I can't. It's more so Travis Etienne right now. I mean, great story if James Robinson can come back and have some type of a role, but I don't think what we've seen in the past from James Robinson is going to be there. Institutional sandals. Crocs. There you go, Peasy. I'm looking forward to watching the Jets and the Lions this year. You know what? Me too, Land Destroy. I agree. I am too. And I don't think I've ever said that before. I've never been like, oh, sweet, the Jets are on, all right, cool, the Lions are here. I don't think I've ever said that until now. Like, they're doing the right things. They're getting better. Now their coaches and front office just need to not screw it up. Hot take, I think Joe Mixon will be the running back 1 in fantasy. Hot, not steaming hot, but it's hot. Right? Nevermore said no one ever. Anna, there are a lot of stupid people out there. I saw someone draft ETN last year in the 3rd round, a month after he was ruled out for the year. Exactly. Adler out there just dropping a bunch of jet emojis. Who wants a sneak peek at the draft guide? Should we just open it up a little bit and see what it looks like? Anybody? I could do that. I'm going to have to get a refill here pretty soon. Jeremy says sure. Richard gave me a thumbs up. Anybody cooking anything good today? Anybody barbecuing anything good? If you are, can you send me pictures on Twitter and tag me so I can live vicariously through you? Mixon over Najee. I have Mixon over Najee, but I don't dislike Najee, right? It has nothing to do with not liking Najee, but I do have Mixon maybe a couple spots higher. Oh, damn. It didn't fill it. We're going to be running on E here pretty soon. Okay. Let's do this. So, let me transition my screen. Everybody still hear me out there? Yeah, I think you can. You can't see me anymore, but I think you can hear me. All right, so here's our homepage. Your account. 2022 draft guide. Bam. All of the different sections. I mean, this sexy person right here. I mean, this is what you're ultimately getting right here, is this. This is awesome. Anyway, you got tier rankings, dynamic running back ratings, coaching changes. You can download everything into just one file if you want to take it offline. Draft strategies, injury breakdowns by the doc, matchup meters, over 300 player profiles, red zone reports, vacated targets, headliner U scouting reports, the perfect draft. I'm not the Burger King, damn it, Kyle. Sleepers, breakouts, and bust. Value picks, hot starts, offensive line rankings, cheat sheets, about to get paid contract year players, handcuffs, top free agent movers, all of the discount codes, and pretty soon, hang on, let me come back here and make some eye contact here real quick. Pretty soon we're going to be opening up our listener leagues on Fantrax. There's a link down below, fantrax.com/headliners. It's going to be one of the biggest tournaments in this entire industry, and it's going to be free for you to play in, and there's going to be some banger gifts for the winners. I'm talking this tournament could have in upwards of over 1,000 teams. There's going to be a link on the home page of the draft guide so that everybody who buys it knows that they have that link available. I'll be talking about it in videos and posting it in comment sections and stuff all over the place, so everybody's going to know about it. But they're going to have that clear-cut reminder right here on the front of the draft guide as soon as that league is open. That's going to be huge. We can have over 1,000 teams competing against each other for the title of Grand Champion of Headliner Nation. All you guys are out there just talking about food. You don't even care. You don't even care. Let's go back here. One section. What's one section I can click on without giving away too much information? How about the doc's injury breakdowns? So when you open it, you're going to have things like this. Christian McCaffrey right here, front and center. He'll go through his recent injuries, injury histories, give you his take, and then give him a score on a meter of how worried he is about potential injury here this year. Got a ton of those involved in the draft guide. The headliner U scouting reports. Tons of them in here. Whatever it is you're looking for. Malik Willis, pros, cons, stats. Kenny Pickett, pros. I mean, we go all the way down for all the positions. Maybe you're like, dude, what about Tyler Algier? Well, there you go. We got one for him as well. Tons and tons of scouting report. Are you guys subscribed to Headliner U? Because you really should be. If you're not, should totally be subscribed to Headliner U for all things rookie, dynasty. They're even doing some fantasy content now themselves. So make sure you check that out. Got 186 people in here and 100 likes. That means 86 of you don't like me. I got it. Duly noted. Duly noted. Yeah, you'll be able to sign up anywhere, Tim. This isn't like a prize picks type thing where it's only certain. This is just fantasy football. It's just a fantasy football site through Fantrax. It's completely free. Nothing like that has to happen. So you just need to make sure you have your free account signed up. So when I drop the links, that you get in there as soon as we can. Because if this thing gets absolutely insane, I don't know. I haven't talked with Fantrax about going over like 1,000 to 1,200 teams. If we get to that point, though, I mean, at some point we're going to have to cut it off because we can't do a bajillion and 37 teams. So you want to get in there as quick as you possibly can. That's why I want to make sure everybody gets their account set up right now. Jeremy hit the dislike button as a member. At least he said, oops. Did you fix it, Jeremy? That's ultimately the question. We need y'all to get focused for live streams again and hit that like button. You tell him, Anna. CMC should be red. No, James. James, are you a doctor? Are you really telling the doctor, the guy who literally has a medical degree, on how to evaluate injuries to athletes. We can't be Monday morning quarterbacking these things. We got to rely on the people that have the knowledge. I've played this game for almost 22 years, and I feel like my game got better when I met Ethan because I started looking at injuries in a different light. Just saying. Will be my first time in a massive league like that. Can't wait to try it out. Going to be fun to see how it works out. Mason, yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a bunch of 12-team leagues, technically. And then once we get to a certain cutoff point in the league, we'll take all the first place teams, first and second place, depending on how many we have. And then they'll start competing with each other for the remaining weeks based off of overall points. It'll be something like that. Doc is legit. Doc emojis. So Joseph at James, he got a degree and I told you so. Something like that. Okay. What happened? How was your fishbowl draft? It doesn't start until the 11th because I didn't go to a live draft, so I'll be online. I think it's the 11th. I think that's when it starts. Game recognized game. That's right. Draft in September or August. For our league draft that we're going to be doing, it's going to be a slow draft because we just talked to somebody that was in Munich, Germany a couple minutes ago in the draft. So we have people all throughout the world. So it'll be a slow draft starting, I believe, the first week of August. All right, so James has come out and said, just because he's a doctor doesn't mean he knows fantasy football. Actually, he really does. He's really good at fantasy football. Just like Michael Jordan, the best player, but sucks balls at personnel. Does anybody else agree that James' rights to leave comments in the comment section should be revoked? I don't want to ban James, personally, but if you guys feel like we should, just let me know. I mean, you guys let me... This is up to the community right here. Maybe I'll start a poll. Make a trophy for that league. Nails, there's going to be big-time prizes, and I'm sure the overall winner, the number one finisher, will probably have something. Worst poet ever, Captain. Look at James. Why does nobody like you, James? What did you do? Literally, this isn't coming from me, James. This is coming from the community. People don't like you, James. I mean, that's like 30 straight comments of people like, no, get him out. Hot take, Darnell Mooney will be a top 10 fantasy wide receiver. A little spicy for me, but I do like me some full Mooney. Yeah, everybody's like, nope, sorry, James. Peace out, brother. The Bears offense this year will make my pee-pee soft. Thanks, Mad Dog. Swift for running back 5 overall. I don't hate that. I mean, it's still high for me. I can see where he could get there if the Lions don't absolutely suck. Like, the Lions just got to make sure that they're not doing something stupid. Jake, what are your thoughts on A-Rob? I think he's very much underrated right now. Same type of thing with Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham is washed. Odell Beckham can't do anything else. Odell Beckham goes to LA and still balls out. Same type of thing for Allen Robinson. It's all about the offense, the quarterback, the play calling, and LA is best case scenario. I mean, look at the quarterbacks, in the career of Allen Robinson. Blake Bortles, Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles, a handcuffed Justin Fields there just hasn't been anything great. Matthew Stafford in that offense, best thing that's happened to Allen Robinson. Jur 48888. That's a lot of dang eights. I'm putting my faith in Judy and Wilson. I'm hoping I can get him at a good value. It's one of those things, right? Is it Judy? Is it Sutton? There's arguments for both of them. One of them is going to have a really good year. Both of them could still have a pretty solid year. The lone boner, I think of James like I do them tots. If you weren't in Canton last year, you don't know what he's talking about, and I can't say that on the internet. There's a Snickers comment. Somebody out there talking about Snickers? Ian Bruce, Jake, do you have a 9 to 5 and do this too? If so, so much respect for the time you put in. I do not anymore. This is my full-time job now. But I did do this and a full-time job for 5 years. And then I finally made the decision to do this full-time. Kyle out there fighting with people? Get him, Kyle. We ain't got no time for negativity in this community. No time. Let's see. Rashad Bateman, top 10. I love a potential fringe wide receiver 1 finish for Rashad Bateman. So it's me saying he could be in the neighborhood of top 12 to top 15. Top 10 is going to be tough for him to do. It's kind of hot, Peasy. It's kind of hot. I can see it because we kind of saw with Hollywood Brown, right? Like the potential for some big plays could be there with no Hollywood in the lineup. How much more goes to Andrews? You know what I mean? How much more do they really rely on the running backs? How healthy is J.K. Dobbins? So there's going to be, there's going to be some times where he may not just see that volume that he needs. What's the winning percentage of your draft guide? I don't know. Thousands and thousands of comments a year. We don't tell everybody how great it is. We just tell people to go read the comments about it. We don't sit here and act like a used car salesman about it. People in the comment section tell us that they're out there winning, so that's what matters to us. Let's see. How good is Amari Cooper this year if Watson plays the whole year? They match up really well. Both of them anticipate for their game. I mean, if Watson is there the full year, which I don't think he is, but if he is, Amari Cooper is going to be borderline top 10 this season, 100%. Because who else do they really have to throw the ball to? He's going to get peppered. He'll see 150 plus targets. What's the earliest you would take D-Hop if your first 4 picks were running back, wide receiver? I'm finding that I can probably get him in the 6th quite a bit. Or so, right around there. I don't want to go too early, but 6th-ish. Tony Smith, if you don't take this advice, you want to lose. I've won my league every year but one, and that year I didn't know about this channel. Just subscribe, pay your monthly, click on the like ASAP and win. Tony, I appreciate you, Tony. I think we shamed James. I think James is gone. I'm seeing some people saying maybe, do we need to vote on Max? Maybe Max is somebody we need to vote on. I don't know. THC stumbled upon this channel in 2019. I've won 6 of the 9 leagues. 69. Nice. Leagues. I'd say the draft guides are pretty good. Joseph want to be a part of the next mock draft. So the mock draft, I mean, so many people want to be in those, right? What I did last week is I dropped the link first to members only. I mean, I think it's only fair that they get first opportunity for it. What I didn't expect was for it to fill in like 4 seconds. So we're going to start running some more mock drafts so there's more opportunities out there for people. All right. Everybody's saying yes. So sorry, Max. The people have voted, and you have been put in timeout. It's funny that you can put people in timeout. Let's see here. Found this channel this year and got the draft guide on Friday. Well worth it. Appreciate you. J Situation 1. Appreciate it. Lit Nick. Been a member for 8 months. Headliner Nation, let's rock. Happy 4th, everyone. Same to you, my friend. Jake and Kyle are the GOATs. Thanks for all the help last year and the help for this year. 100%. Let's get it again. Any clue in the next one? As of right now, they're scheduled to do one every single week. Exactly what day and time that's going to be, that's kind of up in the air. So if you have your little post notifications on, we post things on the community tab and kind of let people know. Either that or it'll be on Twitter in an upcoming video. We'll tell people kind of when they're coming. You just kind of got to be ready to go because they fill up so fast. I wish I could just sit here and do mock drafts all day with everyone, but then I get no work done and there's no videos that come out. So that may upset a lot of people. Jake, Hurts, Sanders, Smith, or Tua, Hill, and Waddle, and why? Is this like fantasy purposes? Is this like who has the better offense right there in the NFL? Because, I mean, Hurts greatly more value than Tua in fantasy. But if you're talking about overall offense on a team, I will take the Miami offense over the Philadelphia offense. I will do that. With the new coaching staff there in town, Tua is more than capable of supplying a lot of high-powered offense there in Miami. Luis Serrano Rodriguez, how can I enter the leagues, Jake? Just make sure you have your account signed up at fantrax.com/headliner, link down below. Headliners, link down below in the description, actually. So just click on that link, make sure your account's good to go on Fantrax, and then when we drop the links, you'll have your account already created and can just join. Jur, I do appreciate the draft guy touching on IDP leagues. Yes, Kyle put in some IDP rankings on the cheat sheets in there. Let's see. Here, let me ask you guys. Can I ask you a question for once? Instead of me just, answering questions here, let me ask you a question. Because I get a lot of comments, not a lot, I get a handful of comments maybe a day that says, you guys do this in half PPR, I only play in standard, or I can only do that, I play in full PPR, or can we have some Superflex content? So let me be honest here, because the way I view this channel, and the way that I view all the videos that come out on it, we try to teach you everything there is to know about every player on every team in every situation. So therefore, you can take that information, and can't you apply that to whatever format you play? I just don't see the difference. I think a lot of people will try to be clickbaity and put out their Superflex draft. And this, I mean, I could sum up Superflex in 3 seconds. Okay, maybe like 13 seconds. You know what I mean? So I don't know if the value is there as much as just trying to give the information on the players and allowing you the opportunity to apply that to your league, your settings, your scoring, because everybody's leagues are different. There's not a cookie cutter way of leagues and scoring anymore. So am I the only one that thinks that? Because that's kind of how I feel. Like, if I tell you everything there is to know about Devontae Smith and his potential outlook, you should be able to look at the outlook and say, okay, I'll apply that to my scoring settings, and that helps, or what he said is going to help me in standard, not so much in PPR, or vice versa. I mean, that's how I view things. Isn't the scoring different? Sure, but I mean, we hardly ever talk about scoring per se. We're talking about opportunities. We're talking about stats, right? We bring up analytics and stats and numbers all the time. Those metrics and those stats are going to be the same regardless of the format that you play in, right? You can just value whichever stats and metrics that you want more for your type of format, in my mind. I'll see what you guys think. Right, Nevermore, it's pertinent football information, right? Dan, 100%, yeah, but some people need to be told exactly what to do to feel secure. I get that. And I'm not against helping people out. I think it's just like, I don't want to be locked into, here's a video on Superflex, because Superflex is just like half PPR leagues, standard half PPR leagues, standard leagues, full PPR. It doesn't matter. The only difference is you can flex a quarterback, right? So that means in the draft, you have to draft another quarterback that you probably wouldn't in a one quarterback league. When do you draft those quarterbacks? Well, you draft them when others are drafting their quarterbacks. If you're in a league that is going to let quarterbacks slide a little bit, maybe you can wait to get your first one until the second and third round. Maybe you're in a league that, hey, right off the bat, the first 3 picks went quarterback. All right, now I know I need to get my quarterback as well. You just play the draft board. But outside of that, the leagues are exactly the same, right? There is a difference in rankings for sure. Richard, there's not a whole lot of difference, though. I mean, we're talking about a handful of people, right? A handful of guys. Look at, everybody wants to point out Nick Chubb, right? Everybody wants to say, oh, Nick Chubb, yeah, he's good for standard leagues, right? I'll draft Nick Chubb if I'm in standard, but I play PPR, so I'm not going to draft Nick Chubb. But what happens when you go and pull up Nick Chubb's numbers, right? Let me go pull up Nick Chubb's numbers for full PPR. Now, full PPR, Nick Chubb last year still finished as running back, 2 years ago finished as running back 11 in full PPR. In 2021, he finished, hold please, running back 11 again. So he's a top 12 running back. He's a running back 1, whether it's standard or whether it's PPR. You know what I mean? Like, sure. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of leeway, but we're not talking about massive differences, right? We're not talking about huge differences to the point of where everything's going to be different. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What happening? It says, honest thoughts about best ball. I believe it's just lazy fantasy. I think best ball is okay for like something on the side. You're bored one night, you want to do a best ball draft, that's cool. But I see people out there quoting best ball ADP when they're talking about year-long fantasy stuff, redraft leagues. False. Can't do that. You know, so why are we using best ball ADP? Well, we use it because people are applying money to it, so we know they're taking it seriously. That's cool, but you don't draft best ball the same way that you draft in half PPR redraft leagues. So it's different to me. I personally, not a huge fan of a lot of best ball content or anything, because like once the draft is over, like you're basically done with it. Like you don't even have to pay attention to it, and paying attention to it's, majority of the fun. James McIntosh, I'm in a 12-team PPR league. We keep 3, keeping Chubb and Chase. Love that. For my third, do I keep Herbert, McLaurin, or Pittman? Wow. Love that you got Chubb and Chase. Chase and Chubb is always a good thing. So now you got to choose between Herbert, McLaurin, and Pittman. I can't imagine too many people are keeping quarterbacks, so you should have your fair share to grab there. But I don't know if McLaurin or Pittman are enough to really be overly excited about to where you keep them. If I had to keep one personally, I'm probably going with Michael Pittman and kind of playing some of the upside there. But if you'd rather just play it safe, Herbert's probably the safest option, but there's just so many quarterbacks out there. There's also a lot of wide receivers. So it's really personal preference. If it's me, though, I'm probably keeping Pittman. Shane Arnold. Jake, what's your thoughts on Evan Ingram? We all know he was hindered in New York. Do you see him as a high-end tight end this year with better quarterback play? No. I agree at times he was hindered. I agree at times, for sure. But it wasn't the quarterback's fault every time he was out there dropping passes. You know what I mean? He's had tons of opportunities. Is he going to get opportunities this year? For sure. But is he going to be like make him a high-end tight end? Fringe tight end 1. Maybe right around that 12, tight end 12 range or so for me. I'm not overly excited for Evan Ingram. What else we got? OEG out there telling Kyle he's the GOAT. Dude, I'm the one live streaming. Kyle out there on vacation. I'm not on vacation. But I am sipping blue Powerade out of a palm tree. What's up with all these hot takes? Have you guys heard of a band called Shine Down? Why do I feel like I've heard Kyle talk about them before? Call me Sean. What's on the grill tomorrow? Full disclosure, I'm not grilling per se tomorrow, Sean. Not grilling. However, I will be outside cooking, but I'm going to be cooking pizza because I just got a pizza oven and I want to try that bad boy out. So we're cooking homemade pizzas tomorrow. Not quite 4th of July-ish, but we have no family out here in North Carolina, so it's like us all by ourselves on holidays. So we wanted pizza. OEG, I was just giving you a hard time, man. Who you feel having the higher upside, Cam Akers or ETN? Right now? Travis Etienne. I mean, Cam Akers coming off a torn Achilles was a great story last year, but he just did not look good. He did not look good on the field in last year's game, which is understandable. Dude came back super quick from a torn Achilles. I don't expect him to look good, but until I see him look better, that dude would need 25 touches maximum, minimum a game to go out there and get you solid fantasy points, and I don't want to have to rely on that. Yes, it'll be homemade pizza crust. Nails, you don't know what a pizza oven is? Dude, are you serious? Thick or thin crust? I like both, Sean. Pineapples on pizza, yes or no? Not on my pizza. I mean, I've had it on there and I don't mind it, but it's not like something I would prefer. Darian Fuller just commented brick nipples, and I have no idea why. Prince Hunter, welcome to Full Chub, my friend. Appreciate you. Out there, Full Chub, getting some Discord access. Discord, is anybody else in here? In our Discord? Kalafa's in here. He's in our Discord. We got some Discord members in here. You need thin, dude? No, I don't. I need whatever the heck I want to have. OEG, where's Mac at? Mac, you out here? Mac, OEG needs a feature. He needs you to drop a few bars for him. All right, so people are starting to say about the Discord. There's different levels to our memberships, right? The higher the level, the more access you'll get to Discord. So you'll have stuff where you can kind of see things, but the higher the membership tiers, the more you have access to. Because our Discord is ridiculous. I'm talking like automated messages for injuries. I mean, it's just like, it's so intense. Taylor out there doing like battles every night for bonus XP and stuff. It's crazy. You get all that through the membership tab. The green button just below us, it says join. It'll tell you that you get certain membership levels and Discord access. Peasy, how do we join Discord? Peasy, you are in Discord. I talk to you almost every day in Discord. Peasy was I think it was you, Peasy, right? We're in Discord the other night. I don't even know what time it was. 9:30 at night. Peasy's like, I'm going to start up a mock draft. Who wants to mock draft? I just joined his mock draft. That's kind of what we do. Chris Joseph, you just did a draft yesterday? Why are you drafting so early, Chris? You got King Henry, Aaron Jones, and Saquon Barkley. I don't hate that whatsoever. But why are you drafting so early, Chris? It's only July. You should have drafted like 2 months later. Chicago-style pizza is pizza hot dish. Okay. How much is Darrell Williams going to get used in Arizona? I think it really depends how he performs in the preseason, but he is very capable of performing quite well in that offense. I mean, an offense that's missing DeAndre Hopkins is getting, Darrell Williams from Kansas City, who last year thrived in the pass-catching game. James Conner can go out there and catch passes. Darrell Williams isn't some little tiny scat back. He could take goal line carries as well. For the price that you get him, which is almost free on draft day, I will own a lot of Darrell Williams. Evan McPherson, number one kicker in fantasy. I'll take your word for it, Joseph. What's the best Superflex draft strategy? Don Draper said it a little bit earlier. You draft your quarterbacks when everyone else is drafting their quarterbacks. Don't feel like you have to take one in the first if nobody else is taking them in the first. Kind of play the draft board, watch the trends coming off the board. If people start to go with quarterbacks, then you grab one or two of yours depending on how quickly they're going off the board. If they're not drafting them, don't feel like you have to. Can you make tortillas in a pizza oven? That sounds like it's worth a Google, Land Destroy. It's going to be about Eno. I don't mind Eno Benjamin, but I don't see Eno in like any type of large role. I mean, they can't figure out how to get Rondale Moore involved in that offense. I don't see how they're going to involve Eno Benjamin much either. You know what I mean? So it just kind of depends. Eric, I'm going to butcher your last name. I apologize ahead of time. Eric Guarino, what position are you liking in a 12-team PPR this year? I either want to be the first 3 picks or the last 2 picks. So either 1, 2, 3 or 11, 12. Like that's what I'm hoping for right there. Preferably 11, 12 because then I can go back-to-back running back there with 2 studs and get myself some of the likes of a Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, something like that. Derek Carr is a sleeper quarterback. Didn't we? I think we did a sleeper show earlier this offseason with Derek Carr in it, I believe. So I agree with you. What's a setup? Oh, what a setup on the back wall. I got a few things in here. A couple. You haven't even... Hang on. Hold, please. Let me see if I can change this. There's even another side. It's kind of zoomed in a little bit. I got my virtual fish tank up here right now. Just chilling. Just chilling in here. Got some more jerseys and stuff back over there. Manscaped products. 20% off. Use code word headliners, free shipping. But I appreciate it. Yeah, I got a lot of cool things. Somebody just told me to go get a real job. Like, how jealous do you have to be to say that? What up, Warhorse? I see you. How you doing? Doing good, my friend. Hopefully you're enjoying your 4th of July weekend. Wait, where's the Kittle ball? It's there. Right here. It ain't gone nowhere. Hasn't gone anywhere. Let's see. Attaboy, Brandon. Who is your all-time favorite fantasy and non-fantasy player? So for fantasy, I was one of those guys because it was basically kind of when I first started. I loved Calvin Johnson every single year, and he would be somebody that I would grab in every single draft before I really knew what I was doing. So I would always draft Calvin Johnson every single year. Non-fantasy? That's tough. I mean, I was always a Kurt Warner fan, being from Arizona, him taking us to the Super Bowl. Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, just coming from Arizona, those are probably the guys. Pat Tillman I can put up there at the top of that list too. Oh, look at K-Mac. K-Mac got his email from Pristine Auction today. Pristine Auction is sending out free money to everyone who has accounts. They're just putting credits in your account through July 7th. Get yourself something, K-Mac. Kyle. Aladdin, real clever. Coming from a guy that used a magic lamp to get ahead in life. Yeah, he out there bagging groceries at Walmart, right, Mason? Kyle's on some fire today. Kyle doesn't drink, but if I didn't know that Kyle didn't drink, I would think that Kyle had a few adult beverages and he's feeling pretty good right now. Don't be asking him about handcuffs, though, Ethan. It's just not the right time for that. Richard, are you saying that we should ban him too? Do I still have the big headliner sign? I got the letters right above that. I don't know if you can see at the very top shelf up there. So is Kamara suspended or not? As of right now, no. Unless it's happened in the last 2 hours since I've been sipping on my palm tree drink. Is he going to be? Potentially, but we're not going to know for a while. Jur. Oh, healing from a vasectomy. Dude. Go relax a little bit, my friend. Where's Anna? She's the chat police. She was in here earlier. She probably couldn't stay. How do I feel about Elijah Moore? I like Elijah Moore. I think adding Garrett Wilson helps Elijah Moore move into the slot, which is great because you got Corey Davis on the opposite side. So I don't mind that whatsoever. I still think that the hype is a little high for him, though. I think people are expecting a little bit more than what he could see, though. So I don't want to overhype him. I think he's a solid low-end wide receiver 2, high-end wide receiver 3. You have Henry as your number 1 this year, Warhorse. Why am I wrong? Or why are you wrong? I honestly, somebody asked earlier, I can't tell you you're wrong. Like, I can't. I'm preferably, based off the style of offense, I just like Jonathan Taylor a little bit more, right? The offensive line is great. It's a run-heavy team. They got pass-catching weapons on the outside to pull away some of the defenders. Jonathan Taylor can catch passes. He can run on the goal line. He can do everything. I don't think that you're wrong, per se. I think it's just a personal preference right there at 1 or 2, and I don't hate it either way. David Hathaway says, hot take. Jalen Waddle outscores Tyreek this season in PPR. I said it a little bit earlier. I'm on the Jalen Waddle bandwagon, I believe. Henry on a rapid decline. I don't know if I can say that. Who's going to fill Tyreek's role as a deep threat in Kansas City? I mean, you want to believe that it should be Mecole Hardman, right? It should be his opportunity. And then they went out and they signed MVS, who's only good at one thing, and that's good, the deep ball. And he's borderline not even good at that either, right? So I'm not so sure that I want to bank on it being MVS. If I had to take a stab at somebody, it'd probably be Mecole Hardman. I think Juju thrives underneath. Kelsey's going to do what he always does. So I don't know if I could ever recommend MVS for something like that. Sky Moore, dude, I'm every single year, later drafted wide receivers are hyped up. I mean, did you guys know that Andy Reid won't even talk to rookies? Did you know that? Like, he doesn't even talk to rookies every single year. This is very well documented. He doesn't talk to rookies. He makes them, like, earn it. If they were so high on Sky Moore, why did you go get MVS? Why did you go get Juju Smith-Schuster? And then still turn around and plan on, I understand drafting the guy and potentially using him in the future, but this year, I'm not buying it for this year. In the future, 100%. I just don't know about 2022. I'm running out of drink. I'm serious. I didn't expect it either, but I've watched multiple interviews with LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, all those guys saying Andy Reid don't talk to rookies. But why is Sky Moore so good? Like, what are we hyping there? Like, how do we, based off of what? Like, I mean, what are we basing it off of? The college that he's coming from is going to be drastically different in the NFL. Not to say that he can't make things happen, but every single year, there's wide receivers that are quote-unquote unknown that people hype up, and then they just don't pan out. Everybody wave bye to Kyle. Kyle's going to eat. Hot take, red Powerade better than blue Powerade. I have both in the fridge. Just happened to grab red before I sat down. Kelsey's ADP right now is 13. Is it just me or is that too high because of how deep tight end is this year? Yes and no. I mean, it's too high for me. I understand why he's up there because he's basically a wide receiver one. I get that. But personally, I'm more mid to late second at the highest for me where I would take him. But he won't last there. Do I trust any Steelers wide receivers? Which ones are you drafting? Trust is a hard word. No, I don't trust any of them. I mean, a lot of people want to say that it's going to be Deontay Johnson based off of recent history, but with new quarterbacks, how long do we have Mitchie Biscuits? How long do we have, before we see Kenny Pickett? Who are their favorites? Is Chase Claypool going to be the favorite? Do we see more Pat Freiermuth? Does Najee just get check downs down at the wazoo? Like, we don't know, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to pinpoint. If I had to draft one right now, I'll draft Chase Claypool because he's super cheap on draft day. And if he booms, great. If he doesn't, I didn't invest a high pick in him. Oh, Rocket Pops are awesome. What's the heck? Oh, the popsicles. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, I agree. I haven't had those in like decades. How long do they predict Godwin to be out? Godwin may not be out, quote unquote, very long, but he's not going to be 100% until like October-ish. So that's somewhat worrisome. And if he has any setbacks once he gets back on the field and really starts testing it, that's where we could have some issues. So Godwin is not somebody who I'm overly interested in here this year for that fact alone. Who's the better NFL team overall, Rams or Raiders? As much as I love what the Raiders have done, the Rams are the defending champions and they didn't have anything happen to them where they got any worse this offseason. So it's still got to be the Rams. Have I ever had Wagyu steak? No, I have not. I've watched videos of it, but I never have eaten it myself. Love Russell Gage, Joseph. Love it. Michael Thomas comeback season, Peasy. Oh, God. Spoken like a true Saints fan. Dude is literally giving your team the middle finger for 2 years straight, and you're just hoping he's coming back. Is this the season where Tom Brady falls off a cliff? I don't think so unless his offensive line doesn't hold up and he gets hurt. That'll be it. I agree. Titan X. Love Jalen Waddle. Richard, I'm not against it. I can't afford it, Richard. Isn't that like super expensive? I didn't count, but if I had to guess, Fun Pokemon Kid here has had like 800 hot takes in the last, how long have we been live? Hour and 19 minutes. Can Tua reach Hill or Waddle's speed? If you're talking about like deep down the field, I'm going to say overall, if you're talking nothing but deep balls, no, probably not. But that is okay because that's not what you have to do. Look what Jalen Waddle did last year. He was taking 5-yard slants 65 yards down the field because of his speed. If you go watch a lot of Tyreek Hill clips, only ones that ever get the highlights are the big plays. They're not showing you the routes that he's running where he's getting open 20 to 25 yards down the field and then making defenders miss and turning them into bigger plays. Are we going to see the huge sidearm throws 60 yards down the field from Tua like we saw from Mahomes? No, probably not. But with the way the offense is going to be constructed, they're going to find ways to get those guys the ball in a spot to be successful and give them that opportunity to take a shorter route and make it into a big play. You hear me, K-Mac, right? I mean, everybody falls in love with the Sports Center highlights and all that kinds of the big plays, the top plays, the 60-yard bombs, but they can get 60 yards just by throwing it 5. I'm gonna need more drink. I'm gonna have a coughing fit. It's okay. I'm alive. Wrong pipe. You guys gotta stop making me laugh. That's what she said. Making me laugh, making me cough. Dude. I need a day off. Rick, what is a day off? I talk a lot every day. It's not, David. This is a $2 cup from Five Below. I'm good, OEG. Choking on my Powerade over here, and then people talking about that's what she said jokes, and it got me all choked up. Brian always here. Eckler or Cup at third pick? I'm still going running back there. I'm still doing it. Thoughts on DeAndre Swift this season? I love DeAndre Swift. I just hope Dan Campbell utilizes him the right way and they don't wait till the second half every week to give him the football. Rick, it was just blue Powerade. Because I got to record. After I'm done live streaming, I need to go record Monday's show, Tuesday's show. I have to edit a video for my wife and daughter for their channel. Does anybody want to surprise my daughter and go subscribe to their channel? And then they'll get more subscribers and they won't even realize why. There's 192 of us in here. She would be flipped out. All she does is read books to little kids. And she's 10. You guys want to do that? Should we surprise her? Let's do that. Let me get a link to it here. Hang on. You may actually hear her flip out if she checks it before the stream is over. They're at 506 subscribers. They took some time off, but they're coming back at it. And all right. If you want to surprise my daughter and subscribe to the channel that she does with my wife reading books, there is a link to it right there. I'm not going to say anything to him. Let's just see if we can surprise him. It's okay. The comments are turned off over there, Richard. I've done YouTube long enough to where I know that I'm not allowing people to leave comments on those videos. There's no comments on their channels. Just to let you know, I'm here listening while I'm cleaning out the garage. Love the water bottle. Appreciate you. Oh, man. Theron, you told me in an email. I am such an idiot. Because I asked you if it was the Ron Blair. Theron Blair? Theron Blair? Dude, I've totally forgotten. But you're still my boy out there. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody out there surprising her. She's going to she's going to flip out. She just got 21 subscribers. She's going to totally flip out. I appreciate you guys doing that. I like Mixon because of the high-powered offense, and he really has no competition. But Cook is also a really good offense and is one of the best running backs in the league, so I can't decide. What are your thoughts? So basically, Mixon or Cook is the question. I don't know if I've ever said that Mixon is safe by any means, but I feel like out of those two, Mixon is a little bit safer. But I love what the offense is going to be in Minnesota now with a new coaching staff. I believe they're a little bit more up-tempo and can put the ball in the end zone a little bit more often, which is going to raise the ceiling of Dalvin Cook, who himself has not been able to stay 100% healthy every single year. I don't think either one of them is a bad pick, but I think Joe Mixon may be slightly safer. PZ, don't do that. Stick to fantasy football and cards, okay? Cook just didn't have the same power last year. I'm taking Mixon over him all day. But a lot of that has to do with the offense, too. I mean, their offense was just so boring in Minnesota and slow. The new coaching staff there coming over from the Rams, Kevin O'Connell, I mean, that offense is going to be a lot more up-tempo. And I got to think that benefits Dalvin Cook this year. K-Mac, you should have recorded it, made a YouTube channel with it. Swift, Jacobs, or Saquon? I'm still going Swift there. I mean, I love DeAndre Swift. Like, talent-wise, DeAndre Swift is up there for me, for sure. Like, and it's not even like a question. It's all about the front office, the coaching staff utilizing what they have. They basically have a Ferrari that they drive once a week. And for some people, that works out. But they're the Detroit Lions, and they need playmakers. They need more DeAndre Swift like we need more cowbell. Okay? Like, we just need more of it. Last year, there was times where he wouldn't even get touches until the fourth quarter. Consistent touches until the fourth quarter. Why? By that time, it's too late. Ethan, I should take a video of her screaming. I wouldn't know where to post it because, like people said, some weird people out there on YouTube, so I'm not going to put it on here for people to comment. I'm not going to put it on social media for people to comment. I'll allow her to do things where nobody can reach her and say anything. There are some hateful people. I mean, we've seen some in the chat here today. You know what I mean? I'm not about to subject my daughter to it, so I got to be real careful. If I do something like that, I wouldn't even know where to post it. I guess I have them post it on their channel. Do I think Miles Sanders will be consistent this year? Miles Sanders himself is pretty consistent. His usage is not, and he tends to get hurt every once in a while. But actually, Miles Sanders is going to be talked about in tomorrow's episode as somebody who, if the industry is wrong on Miles Sanders, he could greatly, greatly surprise a lot of people here this year. Richard C., appreciate you. Matthew Matisak. What? Any advice on drafts with only 8 people? Do elite quarterbacks and tight ends become more important? Because there's less teams taking them. So if you only have 8 good tight ends, at least you know everybody's going to get one. There's more than 8 good quarterbacks, so not so much. Only thing that really does is allow you to have a lot more depth at running back and wide receiver. Okay, Mac, I have a YouTube channel. I got 15,000 likes on a washing machine repair video. Did you really? That is awesome. Biggest touch vaulter? Pollard from Zeke or Dylan from Jones? Probably Dylan, but I think it's still okay because there's still more than enough volume to go around. They were almost identical in touches, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can double check that if they want to. I'm pretty sure they both had right around 220 touches apiece last year. and now no Devontae Adams, so the touches could increase. He may take a lot, but they can coexist just fine. That's right, K-Mac. There are some... Dude, I've told you guys before, I've gotten death threats over fantasy football before on YouTube's comment section. Like, I'm not allowing my kids to be opened up to that. Jake, what would I have to do to have you join my league, Ethan? I mean, it's nothing against you, Ethan. I just don't know if I have time for any more leagues whatsoever. Like, I barely have time. In all my Dynasty leagues, I can't tell you the last time that I sent out trade offers or anything. Like, I don't even have time to look at it. Kareem Hunt or Damian Harris? Damian Harris is safer as of right now. I am still not 100% sold. And I've said this on this channel before. I'm not 100% sold that Kareem Hunt is a Brown this entire season. It just wouldn't surprise me. Peasy out there dropping bags of money. You're acting like I'm out there like Scrooge McDuck. Do you do any fantasy baseball? I used to, Ethan. Like, it's probably before I started doing this channel. But it's just so much, so many games. I can't tell you the last time I even watched a baseball game. Appreciate you, David. Yes, Prince. I could see either or happening. I wouldn't be surprised if he's traded or released before the start of the season. A lot of it's going to have to depend on Deshaun Watson and stuff too. Like, they could save a few dollars, I guess. And they have other running back options. Where would he go? That would be a great question, because there's not very many teams that are like, if they need a running back, they're a team that you really don't care about the running back on, like Houston. Okay, yeah, Houston could use him, but we don't want him in Houston. You know what I mean? Whereas Baker going, I think the best case scenario for Baker would be to come to Carolina, to the Panthers. Not because I live in Carolina, because I'm not a Panthers fan. I just think that offense would fit him a little bit better, because going to Seattle would probably be the other option. I don't think that he can supply DK and Tyler Lockett there. Here in Carolina, it's a little bit more check downs to Christian McCaffrey, more running the football, less deeper shots down the field, right? A lot more DJ Moore underneath. So I think it fits him a little bit better in Carolina. I don't see Hunt going back to Kansas City. Miami? Okay, so he goes to Miami, but Miami has what? They got, from the top, Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds, Myles Gaskin, Salvin Ahmed, Sony Michel, and then they got Kareem Hunt. Like, what are they trying to corner the market? I don't know what they'd be doing. What's the news between Kenneth Walker and Carson? Kenneth Walker, Carson, and Penny? Well, Carson I would almost rule out at this point. It's really between Penny and Kenneth Walker. Penny can compete just fine, and he can produce in that offense, but for how long? And I think all it's going to take is one injury. As soon as Penny misses time, Kenneth Walker takes over. How long can that go? That's the biggest question. We've seen very few times in his career where he can put together a long streak of games, consistently all season long. So I think it's Penny to start the year, but he's only one injury away. Can Waller end up being the tight end one under McDaniels? If Devontae Adams wasn't there, I would say yes. But I don't know if they do that. Plus, you still got Hunter Renfrow in the mix. There's just other guys there that I don't know if Waller gets enough volume to surpass the likes of an Andrews or Kelsey this year. Hunt to the Falcons. I wouldn't hate the Falcons, right? Wouldn't hate that. The Rams or the Bills. I mean, Buffalo would obviously be great, but in terms like what happens with Devin Singletary, and they just drafted James Cook, so that's kind of a question mark. The Rams, you got Darrell Henderson behind Cam Akers, and I love Darrell Henderson's game. He's just not going to get much of a chance other than injury too. So those are two kind of crowded backfields. What is TTGLILG? I'm FNF. Do I want to know what that means? I may not want to know. Do I want Kevin Durant in Phoenix? I'm not a huge NBA fan anymore because it seems like all they do is flop and cry and whine and everything. But, I mean, obviously I want the Suns to win games. I love some Devin Booker. Chris Paul is great regular season and disappears in the postseason, and Kevin Durant can help that. I wouldn't hate it at all. I'd much rather have Kevin Durant than DeAndre Ayton. Ayton may be one of the softest big men I've ever seen. OEG's like, no, you don't. But I really don't care. Like, I'm not that into it. So it's not like I'm like overly like invested in it. I just want them to freaking win. They continually get there and just can't finish it. You think Noah Fant gets more red zone looks with Wilson in town? No, because Noah Fant was traded to Seattle, so he's got to worry about Drew Lock once again. I like cupcakes, Peasy. Yeah, you thought it was hot garbage, Ian. I mean, I just can't get into it. I'm old school. I mean, we established a little bit ago that I'm old, right? Like, everybody told me I was old just a few hours ago. The game nowadays, and basketball was my first love. I played basketball all through school. I did all that, and I felt like I was pretty good. I could bury most people in a 3-point contest. I'm a big man that can shoot. It's just a different game, and every single trip down the court is somebody flopping, somebody complaining that they were fouled and it wasn't called or something. I just lose interest. Awesome, AJ. Pancakes or waffles? Probably pancakes, but I like waffles. Yeah, pancakes. Ha! Look at that. This is perfect timing. So, my buddy from high school is actually in the chat right now who watched me play basketball. You were great, and he throws out my number in high school. That was perfect timing, Eric. Perfect timing. Eric knows I can drain the three. He had it drained in his face a few times in our backyard. It's okay. Aladdin. He's still in the chat. Jake, you stink. I'll take you out in a 3-point contest. Got $1,000. Dude, you ain't got $1,000 to spend. I wipe my backside with your $1,000. I would totally smoke you. And it's not even close. Being completely honest. It would probably be one of those things where I would actually record it just to make fun of you afterwards. Because I'd post it everywhere. Do I have highlights? I mean, I probably do. But dude, this was back in like old school video cameras. There was like nobody recording things with cell phones and stuff when I was in high school. Probably the only highlight you could probably find on YouTube is when I got dunked on by Richard Jefferson. That happened in a game. It was a summer game, but it happened. Dude almost jumped over me. It did kind of sound bad, right, Timmy? But he knows exactly what I meant. That's right, Kalafa. I went out there and just drained it. I am not overly confident in anything in my life. But I know that I can shoot a basketball pretty dang well. Denver's tight end, Albert, are you okay? I think he's got a great opportunity this year to kind of bounce back and get some looks in the red zone, especially from Russell Wilson. Rick Stark, check out my question. I'm on the clock now. Rick, where is your question? I'm scrolling, Rick. Rick Stark, 6th round, board is screaming quarterback right now. Burrow, Hurts, and Kyler are on the board. Do I grab Mooney or Elijah Moore and wait in the next round? Team Lenny, ETN, Jeff, Justin Jefferson, Scary Terry, and A-Rob. You already got Lenny and ETN. If it's between Mooney or Elijah Moore, or you can get Burrow, Hurts, or Kyler, this is probably where, if that's the best available is Mooney or Moore, I'm going with the quarterback there. I think Hurts has the highest upside for scoring. So for me, I would go Hurts, Kyler, Burrow in that order because I like the rushing upside. Oh, Aladdin, I'm a bum. Where are you at? Sitting next to your mom on the couch. In North Carolina. You want to come visit? Go for it. Let's see here. Yeah, but that's a great question, JJ. Why are you drafting right now? Rick, why are you drafting right now? It's too early. Top 5 sports I'm into. All right, well, you know football is number 1. I can't sit here and say that I don't like baseball and basketball. I just don't watch a whole lot of them. Golf, but I don't ever watch. These are things that I'm into. Like, I'll go golfing every once in a while. I like to go golfing. So golf, I can say that I'm into. I like watching UFC. I mean, stuff like that, but I don't overly watch a whole lot of anything other than football. Literally, my life revolves around watching football. Do I play on underdog, Carlos? I do not. Personally, I do not. It's just, I'm not against it by any means, but I would rather take the knowledge that I have and apply it to something like Prize Picks where I can win more money and get it quicker. You know, instead of having to sit there, pay, money for a draft now and then turn around and wait for 7 months. I can go to Prize Picks, deposit some money, and win it that week. You know what I mean? So for me, perfect timing right here at the bottom of the screen. I mean, if you sign up for Prize Picks, we're giving you free draft guides this year, right? So if you sign up for Prize Picks and make a new account and make your initial deposit, they'll match your deposit up to $100, and then you get a free draft guide as well. So, I mean, I personally would rather do something like that. And not because they're a sponsor of the show. I just don't want to pay money out and have to sit there and wait for 7 months for something like a best ball draft. It's different if it's like your home league, a fantasy football league, something like that. But you don't manage it for 6 or 7 months. So I'd rather go to that type of route on Prize Picks and do prop betting. Aladdin out there trying so hard to get attention. So hard. He out there just searching for Jasmine. Can't find nothing. Would you rather just play for free or pay $50 for a spot? Okay, this is going to probably sound bad. Like, all growing up, I would always just do free leagues, right? But now, with as much time as I spend on this, if I'm going to be invested in the league, like where I'm going to really be on it every single week, I got to have money on the line. I mean, that's something that will it'll force me to really focus on it. He's just out there hoping to get rubbed by a lamp somewhere, right, Ethan? Like, I look at best ball as something like if I'm just bored and I want to fill some time, I can do that, right? But personally, I would rather just go out there and record a mock draft with you guys than do a best ball draft that's going to be completely different mindsets, right? In best ball, you're trying to find guys that have just huge upsides because you don't have to worry about picking the right one each and every week. It's going to pick it for you. So you just want the guys that are capable of the huge games. You don't care about the safe picks as much. That's just, it's a different mindset. Better team name, Pounding My Chub or Watson Happy Endings? Probably Pounding My Chub, if I'm going to be completely honest. All of our tiers here under the join button have to do with Chubb, Everybody knows I'm a huge Nick Chubb fan, so got to go with that one. All right, we've been live for an hour and 45 minutes. 15 more minutes. We can talk football. We can talk life. You can ask any questions about anything you want, but 15 more minutes to get in there. Make sure, if you're looking for a draft guide too, get it now using code word FIREWORKS. You get 10% off until 11:59 p.m. What's the best kind of league to win the most money? The one with the richest friends, Ian. I don't know if there's a certain type of league that has the most money. It's just how much money are people willing to put in for certain leagues. Appreciate you, Trey. Happy 4th to you as well, my friend. What's the largest buy-in you've ever... Eric, why are you going to make me say this on the internet, dude? What's the largest buy-in you've gotten into for a league? Probably like 1,500-ish. Let's see here. What are you most excited about this fantasy football season? Top 5 things go. For views to come back on YouTube so we can start making some money again. I kind of like the grind of the season, right? I kind of know what needs to be done every single week. I kind of have like that routine of weekly content. The Tailgate Chef coming back. Love that. Love eating some food cooked by the Tailgate Chef. It's always fun to hang out with Tater some more during the season. The Fantasy Football Expo, going to Canton and seeing the guys from the team. Those are 5 things I just thought of right off the top of my head. Have I ever been invited onto Fantasy Pros? TTJH. Yeah, I'm going to be on Fantasy Pros this week. They invited me to come do a mock draft this week. What did you do to move on from your first actual relationship? Ethan, I would love to help you. But I'd be lying if I told you I could remember, because that was like 23 years ago. Anybody help our boy Ethan out? How do you move on from your first actual relationship? Have you ever met any NFL players? 100% for sure, Justin. I mean, I've sat and had a drink with Zeke Elliott before in Fort Worth. Escorted Melvin Gordon around the Fantasy Football Expo in 2019. Hung out with Kenny and Drake. Trying to think. Those are the ones that come to my mind right off the bat. Eric knows exactly what I did. Devin Turner got a keeper question. It's been an ongoing dilemma all offseason. I have to keep 3 in a standard league. Kamara, Chubb, Chase, Javonte. 100%. If you got Chubb, Chase, and Javonte, those are the guys. I'm not even going to worry about Kamara. Okay, it's a standard league, but we still don't know about his off-the-field issues. So, yeah, Chubb, Chase, Javonte is sick. Jeremy says, get in the gym, Ethan. Don't listen to Jimmy. Don't be a Jimmy. Am I a Mopar guy? I got a Ram Rebel for a truck. Am I an overly heavy Mopar guy? I wouldn't say that, but I do love my truck. Everybody keeps telling me to ban Aladdin. Should we ban him? OEG says, ban him expeditiously. That's a huge word. And you capitalized it. That's meaning something. What's funny about this is I'm pretty sure I have the chat on subscribers only. So he literally has to subscribe to the channel just to be a troll in the comment section. How pathetic does your life have to be to do that on a holiday weekend at 6 p.m. Eastern time by yourself? I mean, come on. At some point, you got to look at that and be like, dude is way down right now. Will the Cowboys have a good season? What is a good season, A1? Like, what would you be happy with? 9 wins? 10 wins? Because I could see it being right around in there or so. What's the weather out there? Let me see. I thought it was supposed to rain tonight. I don't see one damn cloud in that sky right there. Let me see. Right now it's 90 degrees, sunny, and hot as the devil's taint outside, is basically what it's telling me. In other words. And my 90% chance of rain has changed now to 0% chance of rain. Thank you, weather people. What up, Destiny? Nobody knew about it. I just popped in on the people. Just doing a heat check with the people. Call me Sean. That has happened numerous times. Not saying that this is that case, but that happens a lot to current channels that are out there right now, but I'm not naming any names. But I know who they are. Do I collect cards? I've tried to. I've really tried to. I don't have a whole lot. Like, Peasy knows if he's still out here. I don't know if he is. He always tries to sell me all his Jamar Chase stuff because he knows I like Jamar Chase. So I got like... I got like, Jamar Chase rookie cards and stuff like that. Like, I'll get like select cards, but I won't buy a lot, even though about 6 feet away from my arm right now are 2 boxes of Panini Prism. One that I was going to hold on to and one that I'm trying to sell. Let's see. He's saying he's with my wife. Dude, he's trying so hard. He's used the same joke forever, and it's not even funny. It's just not. Like, it's stupid. We'll go ahead and we'll ban him. Everybody wave goodbye. He had his 5 seconds of fame. Now he's going to go find somebody else to go rub his lamp because he can't get nobody to. Most underrated player this season that no one is talking about. Let me see. Let me pull up a list here to jog the memory that no one is talking about. So we got to go deep. We got to go deep. I would love to say David Bell, the rookie in Cleveland, but we don't know about the quarterback situation. That dude could just eat up some targets. I don't think anybody's talking about Hayden Hurst. He's the tight end in Cincinnati now with no more CJ Who's Your Mama in the mix. He could get some looks. If anything happens to Josh Jacobs, Zamir White could be a rookie that takes over a lot of touches in Las Vegas. Nobody wants to admit that Jamison Crowder could be a thing in Buffalo with no Cole Beasley. He's currently wide receiver 69. Van Jefferson getting no love still at wide receiver 67. Would love to see Gus Edwards come back and be healthy. Josh Palmer of the Chargers, a wide receiver that could get some looks. I'm trying to go deep here. Brian Robinson, rookie running back for the Commanders, could steal some goal line carries away from Antonio Gibson. What about Cameron Brate? Now there's technically no Gronk right now. Hassan Haskins, rookie in Tennessee, backing up Derrick Henry if anything were to happen to him. AJ Green, currently wide receiver 86. No DeAndre Hopkins for 6 weeks to start. I mean, there's like a ton of guys. And you can say like they're not that great or they're washed, but I mean, it's like last round pick. Like you should never be drafting these guys to rely on them. You know what I mean? You should be drafting them and just have them stashed on your bench. If you're drafting these guys and having to rely on starting them at some point soon when the season starts, you've drafted completely wrong. Shane, did we ever hit 1,000 likes on the video that Kyle was trying to give away my Chubb jersey? No, we did not. I still have my Chubb jersey. But we did reach enough likes for me to give away his YouTube plaque, so he's bringing that bad boy to Canton, Ohio, where we're all going to autograph it and give it away to somebody. Let's see. Can I explain why Trey Lance is ranked so high even though he's only played a few NFL games? It's that hype train, Dustin. It's that hype train. People see Trey Lance, but they want to see Patrick Mahomes in the same type of progression. Different style of player, but when it comes to fantasy, he's going to have that extra upside because of the rushing ability in that offense. So, you know. How do I feel about McCaffrey this year, Eric? When should he be drafted? I'm not overly worried about McCaffrey, but I'm not like actively, oh, I have to have him. Personally, I'm hoping for back half of the first round, but I don't expect him to be there very often. I think people are still going to take him pretty early. When is Ohio again? It's the weekend of August 15th. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up right here. All right, so it's technically August 12th through the 14th. They have a bunch of different, activities and things going on, like cornhole tournaments, poker tournaments, stuff like that, that they're doing some skills competitions and stuff like that. So there's an entire weekend. If you go to the fantasyfootballexpo.com, you can get tickets and everything there. Ethan, peace out. Kalafa, can you say hi to my friend Forbes, who's just starting to learn fantasy football? Thanks. Forbes, listen, Forbes, your boy right there, Kalafa, good dude. When it comes to fantasy football, though, don't listen to a word he's got to say. Just tune in here, and we're going to help you out. He wants you to lose. I'm assuming you guys are in a league together. If you're not, completely ignore everything I just say. But Forbes, pay attention here. Don't fall for all the hype. Don't just do it the easy way. Let's go out there and absolutely dominate, Forbes. Get it, Forbes. Made myself cough again. All right. What else? Graduate around that same time, OEG? Like that. Get it, Forbes. How much time we got left? A couple more minutes. I've been out of a drink for a minute. I got nothing to drink. My damn palm tree is empty. Dustin, I already answered your question. I wonder if I just pretend to drink something, it'll like mess with me mentally. Nope, got nothing. How much for the box of cards? Originally I wanted to sell it for $1,500, but I'll probably go down to like $1,300-ish. If you're serious, Daniel, send me an email. We can talk about it. Let it flow for 5 minutes. Impossible without a drink. Dude, it's getting dry. Jeremy, I've been out of a drink for a good 30 minutes. I drank the entire thing. Like, I got nothing left. Should we keep our lifelong friend in a league who always quits mid-season, or pick up this new dude who's a friend of a friend? Personally, I'd pick up the new dude. Because if the guy's an honest friend, he realizes that he's not going to be around and just says, yeah, man, that's cool. Go ahead and fill my spot. Like, that's how I kind of look at it. JJ's like, yeah, man, kick him out. Like, peace. Peace be the journey. Has everybody in here liked the video already? We got 200 likes and 167 viewers. I agree, Sean. Kalafa, are you with Forbes right now? Was he like literally watching right now, or are you just going to like mark this and then show it to him later? I hate people that don't actively play and are easy wins for people. Don't you ever, Ian, have you ever noticed that like you'll watch a team and they don't set their lineup for like 2 or 3 weeks, but then like the week they play you, they set their lineup and they win? That pisses me off like a lot. Jeremy, you have to hit the refresh button. That's how many were there when you originally loaded the page. But that's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. All right, couple more minutes and I'm out. Should we shout out some people who have bought some draft guides during the stream? Let's do that. I'm all about giving some public recognition to people who help support us. Dave Reichart. Dave, hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Carlos Crespo. Corey Hayward. Hayward. Corey Hayward. Appreciate you. Charles Pucker. Carlos Mendoza. Maximilian Roof. Is that Max? I don't think so. Carlos Galinia. Kirk Maccabee. Jeremy Kubojiri. You guys are killing me trying to pronounce some of these names. Michael Marty. Hunter Bryhan. Appreciate you guys very much. Appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy your draft guide. We'll be updating it as things change here this offseason. Max Skills 001, welcome to Holden Chubb. Appreciate you. GDF, hi. Hi, GDF. 12-team, 4-keeper PPR league. Just traded Waller for Evans. I like that. My keepers, Taylor, Najee, Evans, and Waddle. Oh, my God. Or Hopkins. If suspension reduced, who do I keep? 4 keepers. All right, you're keeping Taylor. You're keeping Najee. You're keeping Evans. And you're keeping Waddle and not worrying about Hopkins. But what's great about that is hopefully, when you go to your draft, one of the first guys you can get maybe by the 2nd or 3rd round of your draft could be DeAndre Hopkins that you could then stash on your bench. So that's something to pay attention to. Just remember that. But Taylor, Najee, Evans, and Waddle, dude, amazing. What are my plans for tomorrow? Nothing. Got a new pizza oven. I'm trying out a new pizza oven. I got a Blackstone pizza oven. I'm going to put that thing to work. I'm making all kinds of pizzas. Do I think Rojo can get some goal line carries? Yes, I do. I don't have any active plans for tomorrow. Like, we're not going to see any fireworks. None of our families here in North Carolina. We're all alone in North Carolina by ourselves. But we've been out here for like almost 11 years. So, yeah, probably just hang around here. Finish whatever work I have. I mean, my work knows no holidays. Do I got the Rona? John, no, I don't. I literally haven't had a drink. My drink has been gone for like 50 minutes and I haven't stopped talking. So my throat is like toast. Appreciate you, Charlie. What part of North Carolina? The central part. I can't tell everybody what town I live in, though. Some crazy people out there. Aladdin out there probably just got his tail wagging looking to find out where I live because his balls are this big. You couldn't see that from but I was trying to make him like this. Like that big. Not the full fist because we know he ain't, man. No. Let's see here. Yeah, John, I appreciate it. If I just had more drink, I would be golden, but I don't, so I keep coughing, which makes my nose run. Sean, have a good weekend, my friend. I am not Seth Rogen. I am so much cooler than Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen wishes. That's what about. Yeah. All right. I see a lot of people peacing out here, heading off to dinner, some plans with family. I'm going to go eat some dinner myself. But hey, for this being very impromptu, Appreciate you guys turning in. Just a reminder, the sale on the draft guide ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern time on July 4th. So if you're looking for a 10% discount, you can use code word FIREWORKS to get 10% off your draft guide if you're interested. Some big videos coming out the next couple days. I'll be working on them after I go get a drink, I guess. And then we'll have some bangers. I need y'all to do me a favor, though. There's 123 of you in here. Be ready for Tuesday's video. It's going to be one of the biggest ones we have of the year. Like I said, last year, this video got 3,800 likes. A couple years ago, this video got 250,000 views. I need this one to hit with a bang because I went all out in this video. I got like 4 full-size notebook pages of nothing but analytics and stats and 32 graphics that I'm all kinds of things, tons of things. So show up on Tuesday for me if you could. I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get out of here for the day, for the evening, I guess. But I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with me here for the last 2 hours. It's fun just to pop in here with no, official plan to do anything, just to hang out with you guys. So don't DoorDash or Uber Eats. It's going to be Aladdin with a creepy face. Dude, I dare you to come to my door unannounced. I got something for you if you do, if you know what I mean. I am not unprotected, I'll tell you that. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, though. I greatly appreciate the support here once again. Sorry your chat was behind. Thanks for answering my question. All good. I got you. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Please be safe out there. Don't do anything stupid tomorrow. Make sure if you're out there drinking, having a good time, you're Ubering around. You're not driving. I want to make sure everybody's here, good to go, ready to learn with their notepads in hand for Monday and Tuesday's show. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. For now, though, I'm going to head out of here and go get something to I'm going to go fill up my palm tree right now. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Great weekend. We'll talk to you later.